Hi chat, how we doing tonight? Welcome. Happy Wednesday to y'all. I found some Cheez Whiz. It took several stores to find. I was actually sort of surprised. Like, I found queso in way more places than I did that. Well, tonight, apparently we're eating that. Or at least I am. There is no part cheese in this recipe. The closest we get to this is whey. Like... But we're going to be doing 3 recipes with it tonight. I'm going to be making rolls. So we're going to be making cinnamon rolls, but I'm going to make Cheez Whiz rolls. We got beef stew, which I already have the beef stew ingredients kicking around the house, so that was sort of like a easy answer. And for dessert, I'm going to do ice cream with a Cheez Whiz caramel. And I could only find one jar, too. Like, it was the only jar in the store. Like, normally I think, like, there's a whole, like, row of them. Like, you have chips down an entire aisle, and it used to be you have the single row of cheese in the center. let's correct you. I moved you all around before the stream started. Not me, I was like, what the heck, everyone's out of toilet paper? What, you buy like a week supply at a time or something? Like, not that I have a warehouse or anything, but, you know, I'm a single guy and I buy by the case. I just take up the entire space underneath my sinks with spare paper towels and spare toilet paper. Thank you for joining me tonight, everyone. Thank you for those goodies. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to you.
Cheer 500. I have a kind of weird and dysfunctional relationship with food, and I don't eat enough. But your cooking makes me hungry. Thank you, chef.
Awesome, Blinko. Greatly appreciate that. And I should ask you, what do we need more of in my summer shrub? Should we be doing more apple, blackberry, cherry, plum, or strawberry? If anyone's unfamiliar with what a shrub is typically a fruit drink, but it's a vinegar drink too. And so it's acidic, it's sweet, and it's fruity. It's quite often used as either part of a cocktail or a mocktail, or just on their own. And I will add some plum on there for you. Thank you. I still haven't quite figured out what's the best way to approach this, whether I should do equivalents of juice or buy apples, blackberries, cherries, and plums and blend them. I'm still figuring that out. Alright, let's get going with cooking. We need to get some yeasties waking up. So we'll start off with some hot water here. Roughly a cup of water there. No worries, Blanco. I'm happy with people just hanging out with me. That's apparently the last of my yeast in my yeast jar, my frozen yeast container. I just tried to put that back in the freezer, chat. How we looking over on YouTube and Kick tonight? Be alive? Sort of. Hi, Kick. Ah, I lost my... Darn it. Melting some butter. Nice, Blanco. I'm never 100% on YouTube because of the way it's set up. Not directly, no. Though, I mean, there's going to be butter in the caramel. So, yeah. Hey, Zeeks. How we doing tonight, chat? We still all sexy? I haven't got out of the house much today. I should have gotten out. I need to touch grass today. I went out shopping quickly, but it was like in and out. Nice, Michael. Over on the cutting board. Baking powder, baking soda. Oh, just baking powder. Even though this is a yeast risen dough, we're cheating, chat. We're cheating. Glad to hear people are doing all right. What's on Food Network these days? Yeah, especially when I need to get that beef on in order to get this whole project done tonight. So next project here after getting this dough together is most certainly putting that beef on the stove. Using stew meat tonight, chat, so we need a good 2-hour-ish simmer on that. I can't remember his name. Is the guy that does Chopped? Is it Ted Allen? I'm getting people confused, chat. I'm getting people confused. Okay, and then he got that from Queer Eye. Which was a TV show. Alright, now we got our yeasties dissolved in here. I didn't add much to make them happy yet. But we're going to call this good. We got some bubbles going there. We'll add all of that in with our flour. Alright, we're going to allow that mess right there to proof up just like that. Real quick and easy with that. Leftover butter. Flame on in the pan. Zoom right. Fan on. Let's use an actual bowl. I've had the beef for a day or two, so it's still not looking rosy pink anymore. I haven't kept it in a gas-filled display case like your local grocer keeps all their beef. That or packaged. But we got stew beef. Coffee. See, that's just coffee in Jersey. Right, chat? That's how that... Hi, Buns. We got our beginnings of our rolls proof in here, and we're searing beef. Decided we're doing fish on Friday. I don't know what, because I'll buy it Friday. And I figure we got pearl couscous. I got veggies. We're starting to get some spring veg in. We'll see what's available as far as that. And Sunday, I'm dithering. We'll see if I want to wake up on Sunday. It's probably how together I am with things on Saturday night. But I'm tempted to do a really early stream on Sunday just for the heck of it. Like an East Coast morning stream. Much less a West Coast morning stream. I'm thinking breakfast. And seeing as Sunday is... I didn't look it up, so it may not be actually true, but it's on my calendar as National Blueberry Day and Cheesecake Day. And so I was thinking blueberry. Wow, I can't. Blueberry cheesecake pancakes? Maybe? I like that one dad joke. That's a worthy joke. That might have, depending on if someone's streaming, have influenced my raid thoughts for tonight, but I haven't seen that person in quite a while, so I don't know. Chet's like, you forgot that one. Meyer lemons, Michael? We certainly do have Meyer lemons. We grow Meyer lemons. I have a dwarf Meyer lemon tree of my own. It doesn't really produce all that much in lemons, but what are in the refrigerator right now, preserved. Most of the citrus stuff is more southern LA though, or southern California. Maybe north of LA, but still, a lot of it's north of LA, and then I think they probably grow some oranges in Orange County. I don't know, it may be all city at this point, but at one point, there was probably oranges there. Little left-hand seasoning action there. His hand's wet. Salt water stuck in my fingers. This is going to be the sort of slow and boring part to tonight's stream. We gotta sit here and sear all of these pieces of meat individually before we can start braising them. Welcome back, Linko. We need to make them all look pretty like these. Tofu? What you doing with tofu? Is it silky? Just barely subsisting and surviving. It's all good. Like, I just, like, crave meat at the same time. I have a lot of respect for what, I'm forgetting Spanish chef, does all the humanitarian stuff. Jose Andres would say of meat. I largely agree with him. Like, meat is, you take, like, one fabulous bite of it, and then you sit there and you chew, and you chew, and you chew, and you chew. Vegetables are not like that. And there's a lot more of them, there's a lot more variety, and there's... I'm just a Midwest boy. Meat and potatoes make me happy. Yeah, there is no, like, whether you're eating the animal or not, if you're eating, you are directly killing some sort of organism. It's just a matter of whether it's large enough and cute enough for people to care. Did it have cream cheese or no? And did it have pepper or no? Maybe a spritz of, what's the Mexican pepper spice? Tajin? I used to know a dude at the farmer's markets, a farmer, or at least worked for a farmer, that brought a cucumber and a jar of tagine, just left a jar of tagine in his truck. And that'd be his lunch every day. Here's one for you, chat. It's been years since I've been to a Subway, but I used to put both cucumber and pickles on my subs. Does chat find that weird, or do you do that too? Like, at one point I got to eating lots of veggies, and I was still eating at Subway at that point in my life, so I don't know if that's necessarily eating lots of veggies. But I would go in there and I would get a Subway melt with essentially every veggie that they had there. They don't even sell Subway melts anymore. Well, most of them, well, like I said, it's been years since I've been in them, but years after they took it off the menu, you could still order it because it's all stuff they still have. Pretty sure it's just a ham and turkey sub with bacon. Only if you're ordering the meatball sub. Ooh. I didn't do cucumber on the meatball sub. Oh, that one doesn't want to cooperate, so I'm gonna let it be. I liked them when I was a kid, Michael. I moved away from it when I got older. But I went to Subway as a kid. Yes, chat, Subway is that old. Let's see. Let's try this one. I've got a link I'm going to show you in the Discord after stream here. Mr. 2 Subways in 14 minutes. No, not Jared. They work on induction stoves too. You just got to make sure you find ones with flat bottoms. Like, these three are not all the same. And some of them have flat bottoms and some of them have like a ring on the bottom that sort of like wouldn't work well. Welcome, Katsuki-san. Blinko, thank you.
Cheer
Thank you.
500.
Is that for more plum? Or are we going with something else this round? Thank you, Blinko. Thank you for supporting the stream. I'll give you another plum. Bun's doing a giveaway for Sprinkles. We're going to be doing a giveaway here soon because of a follower goal. Just a couple away. The bot follow yesterday, I had like 300 some bots follow me yesterday. May have thrown the numbers off a little bit. It looks like we're about where we were to start last stream though, so it's saying here 9 more followers to get to 1,500. Blinko. Yeah, I started worried. Like I at times when my chat does get busy, I know that I'm not following everything. I know someone said something at the end of last stream that I completely missed, and it's like I could have answered that. No, why? What's going on in Discord? No worries. Thanks for letting me know, Buns. These are last pieces of beef here before we get simmering everything. turn the heat off for a moment, just because I don't want this pan that hot. It's the wrong one. Where's the other one? There's the other one. Alright, nice hot pan. And turn that flame back on. Hot water. Well, it doesn't have to be hot water, but it's probably better for your pan that it's hot. No, I said I was going to post something in the Discord after stream, Buns. Better than bouillon beef. It's really just bouillon, but that's the brand name, which I don't normally say brand names, so I don't know why I said that one. But that's what it is. Well, it's really, at least in my knowledge, there's really only two options when it comes to bouillon that are reasonable. You have Knorr, or you have better than. Welcome in, Black Wolf. And scrape all that good stuff from the beef on the bottom into the liquid there. You can always see what's going on here with exclamation menu or dinner. Every Wednesday here I do an ingredient challenge. We have a weekly vote going on in Discord every week, and people can submit ingredients in the Discord. And so this week's ingredient is Cheez Whiz. And the challenge is I have to use this both savory and sweet, so both dinner and dessert. So we're making cinnamon-like rolls over here on the cutting board that are going to be with Cheez Whiz instead of cinnamon. We're doing a beef stew, which we're going to stir a bunch of Cheez Whiz into. And then I'm going to make caramel and then add Cheez Whiz to caramel. I didn't realize it, but apparently companies out there make caramels and mix cheeses into them and sell them. That's apparently a thing. Like, I know you have the Chicago caramel in cheddar popcorn, but I didn't realize that people were selling like straight up like cheddar caramels. Blinko. So we're adding all of that beef. We're going to turn this down a bit here first. We want a simmer temp here. And I'm going to pour all that beef right back into the broth. We'll allow that to simmer. Let's see here. Everything going all right over here still. Let's do a little cleanup here. Get that out of the way. Get this out of the way. Congrats, Michael. Winning those 500 sprinkles. Smokies. Are those little like sausage thingies? Are you declaring a love for small sausages? Hi, Cosmic. So we're going to move this out of the way for a moment. Do a little chopping here. Over on the cutting board. Bit more carrot and celery action. You think it's the flour, or you think it's... maybe just too many carbos at once, or too much starch? Same plan for tonight, sort of as the chicken stew last night. We're going to throw some of the peppers, onions, and garlic that I pickled in with carrots, celery. What's going on here? I'm dealing with bad exception here. There we go. The thing was like disappearing, kept getting smaller and smaller. Couldn't fit the celery inside of the bag anymore. Did you guys hear about the picture they sent to prison? It was framed. YouTube dad joke. Heating my other large cast iron on the other side of the on the other side of the stove there, and we're gonna saute up our veggies over there and then add them into the beef. How we doing, chat? It's like, where'd I hide my bench scraper? It's on the cutting board. We haven't added it to anything yet, but it's here. Welcome in, Tharkin. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. We've got rolls we're proofing on cutting board here. And then over on the stove, we've got veggies and beef cooking. Beef is just simmering in some liquid broth. It's water and bouillon. Both. Since you're here on Twitch, I have lots of info about me down below in the About section. That who is this guy area. Been streaming 4 or 5 years, so I've not been cooking professionally lately. But have done plenty of cooking in the past. But I've been streaming now, we're going to be 5 years deep here soon. So we're adding our previously pickled sweet peppers, hot peppers, there's jalapenos in there, you can probably see a couple there, onions and garlic, in with all the other veggies here. This worked great with the chicken pot pie the other night. The acidity just, like, normally you'll throw a little bit of acid of some sort in the stew just to brighten it up a bit, whether it's lemon or some sort of little spritz of vinegar. This is all you really need. This is great. This is a great hack for saving your time if you're cooking at home a lot. Pickling all sorts of stuff. It's a great way to save stuff if you buy too much at some point. But it has been a long time since I've been to culinary school. The Culinary Institute has greatly changed since I was in New York. It's sort of on my list of things I'd like to do at some point, is go back and visit school and visit New York, but it's sort of like, I feel like I want something else to pair with it. Like, I want to go there and visit, but I don't really want that to be the trip. In a good or a bad way? Well, I would say the industry as a whole has gone in the bad way. The CIA is and continues to be what I think is the top culinary school for the industry. Restaurant-wise. There's other schools out there with different specialities that, you know, like I've said before, you know, Longhorns, Hook'em Horns, they're where you want to go if you want to do butchery, or, although the CIA is not a bad place for butchery, but they're not pulling in half cows and breaking them down in lecture. Or if you want to go into hotels, University of Las Vegas, Cornell, also great schools. I would tell you that after running a business and hiring people from schools and hiring that sort of a thing, having some experience with that, I would be looking favorably upon people that went to culinary school, but I wouldn't necessarily expect anything more off of them off of the bat, because it doesn't really matter what education someone has if they're asleep in class. Which isn't a great thing for me, because I have a horrible memory, and I have had a horrible time in interviews in the past when people put you on the spot with silly questions to throw you off and do stuff like that. I'm horrible at it. Alright, so we're taking all these veggies and adding these in with this beef. Oh, you're awesome, Blinko. Don't worry about it. I don't even know what you said that you're worried about. Alright, so our dough is doing pretty good here. We're going to move on to our next step here with our dough. Now that our stew is going on the stove nice. That's just going to simmer like it is for a while now. Do some folding here on the dough. Try and get everything a little bit more incorporated from our initial light proof. We still got some like nuggets of butter soaked flour going on in there. I probably should have put the butter with the yeast. It would have prevented that. Although using a stand mixer to mix it would have prevented that too. I'm going to add some flour to the counter here and not be light about it. Overlook scene. No, this is not going to be just normal biscuits. This is going to be sort of like a savory version of cinnamon rolls, but with Cheez Whiz. Well, this is purposely a very wet dough, and so I'm intending to work more flour into this dough as I do a little bit of kneading with it. Professional would never do that. Don't do this to your... Oops. Little stickage there. Keep thinking the flower's over here. Move that back. Started tearing on me. Oopsies. Yep, we're re-rolling this now. Alright, so now we're there. Now we open the Cheez Whiz. Offset spatula twice in 1 week, chat. It's reminding me, you know that cheese you get with the cheese and crackers, the saltine crackers and cheese combo with the little red stick? I don't think they sell it with the stick anymore. This is reminding me of that cheese. It's a little bit thinner, spreads a bit better.
Cheer 500 offset spatula hype.
More biddies. Thank you, Blinko. Is that another vote for Plum? Oh yeah, I'm planning on putting all 5 of those ingredients in the final. What I'm asking people is what we putting more and what we putting less of. But right now I don't think Apple has any votes beyond my initial. I think Cherry and Plum are the only ones that have votes right now. I'll show it here in a second once I get done spreading cheese. Once I get done spreading the cheese. I don't know, Chad, is spreading the cheese worse than cutting it? Apple it is. Looks like a drug name, doesn't it, Blinka? Cosmic. Do we have anything in here besides the cheese, chat? Do we leave it just Cheez Whiz rolls? Let's see. I don't got any cheap cheddar or any cheap Parmesan. I think we're gonna go with just straight Cheez Whiz, chat. Bacon bits, if I had them, would be a good addition. I'm considering Vegemite, but does that work for restaurants too? Or does that work for food manufacturers too? You know, they say if it grows together, it goes together. You know, typically the plants and foods that grow the same time of year, enjoy growing around each other, same regions and all that, tend to go well together in cuisine. I'm pretty sure Kraft... Are these both Kraft? Yeah, we got Kraft Cheez Whiz. I think this is a Kraft product too. Yeah, Vegemite might be its own thing these days. But if two things are made by Kraft, do they go together? We got the Vegemite out. Why not? The little Vegemite finish on the edge. I said in sub chat in the Discord, this one might get messy. This is where this one starts to get messy. We need to clean this pan. It's not exactly all that dirty just from doing some veggies in it, but we're about to make some rolls in it, so I want to make sure this is a bit cleaner than usual. Hello, welcome in. Well, we've got our stew started. This is going to have some Cheez Whiz in it here a bit later. I just finished rolling up my Cheez Whiz pinwheel rolls, or I didn't know how to what do you call a cinnamon roll that doesn't have cinnamon? Is it a pinwheel roll? Because that's about the only thing I can think of. Blinko with the gifty.
Dollar message.
Thank you for the gift sub. We've got next week's vote going here already in the Discord for next week's challenge. Next week is either going to be beets or sausage. Sausage is slightly winning out right now over beets, but if you want to have some say, it is in the Wednesday Dinner Vote channel. And if you'd like to submit your own suggestions, that's in the ingredient suggestions. There's some guidelines at the top there. Basic info. Oops, that was the cake I made the other day. Here's what I want. Okay, we're adding an apple. And what else are we adding here? Blinko. All you have to do is join the Discord to vote. You don't have to give me money. Alright, so we got string here. I'm going to start cutting my rolls.
Cheer 500 beats.
You're amazing, Blinko. Thank you so much. In that case, I think I'm going to give you another apple and another plum. Does that work? I'm going to up the water content here a little bit. I expect it to cook down a little bit more, but bring this over here. We're going to start placing these in here to do their proofing. These are not the prettiest rolls I have made when it comes to cinnamon rolls, but I'm happy that my counter is not covered in liquid cheese right now, so that's a plus. Okay, so there is our pinwheel rolls. We're going to let those sit over here on the stove where they'll hopefully get a little warmth, do a little proofing. I'm sure there's plenty more sugars and fermentable starches there for the yeast now that we've added not only a bunch more flour from my counter, but whatever is in that. Do we call it cheese? Like the word cheese is not, I don't think is on this label. Oh, cheese dip is on this label. I mean, doesn't that just look like that cheese that you little stick? Let's see here. We can throw you back in the fridge. How does it taste? That's a good question, Buns. Is this just like queso cheese? No. I actually think it's the same exact cheese that they put in those saltine cracker things, just thinner. It actually tastes similar. Like, I'm not going to say it tastes the same. It doesn't. This doesn't really have... This is sort of like what I expected it to be honest. It's a cheese-like substance that doesn't really have much flavor to it, but it's not offensive. Yeah, I'm starting to get that bite now after I've had a little bit of it too. Like, usually the stuff they put in those cracker things it's pretty sharp stuff. Are you comparing Kraft to Chiquita and Coca-Cola? Surprisingly, they're actually using a natto. It's probably cheaper. That and caramel. Fix my earbud here. It's gone quiet on me from me fidgeting with it. Oh hey, I can probably turn follow alerts back on. Let's see if I get follow about it again here, chat. Michael be sniping that scramble. That was the wrong one. There we go. Oh, I forgot I was going to add some other stuff in here. Let's add some other stuff in here. Zoom right. We'll add ourselves a bay leaf in there. Dried thyme. Powdered mustard. Worcestershire. Pinch more salt. MSG. Pepper. Freeze-dried parsley. Yeah, watch your fucking language. Kidding. I used to be an 18 plus stream, and I expect majority of you are an older audience. Not all of you, majority. We need to start preheating our oven. Our rolls are going to take close to an hour, chat. If I remember correctly. Oh, only 30 minutes. Okay. That'll give us plenty of time to make our caramel sauce. Yeah, the scramble's sentient. It knows you're up for a challenge. It hates chat too. Like, it pays attention to what's going on in stream and gives you words that are relating to stream. No way. Well, it's got a pH in it, so that should help you. That should knock out a part of it. So we're letting the rolls continue to proof. We're just hanging out here, letting the stew simmer. And I guess I could get started on caramel stuff. This anagram offends you? I'm sorry, I apologize on part of the bot. Alright, over on the left side of the stove here, we're gonna start making our caramel. Just a touch of water to help get things melted and started here. If you wanted to, you could add booze here. Cognac or brandy or we've got the butter already cut over here on the stove, or on the cutting board. We got our cheese ready to add when need be. I almost bought 2 jars, chat. Like I said, I only found one at the store. Melting the sugar over a medium flame here. Good stuff. Roquefort's good blue cheese. I prefer Maytag for my generic that's blue cheese. It's pricey though, so I don't actually buy it. It's just what I think of. And then my probably favorite choice is one that probably turns many people off, and that's St. Auger. But Roquefort's a decent blue cheese. Alright, gonna start adding butter into this now. Be very careful when working with melted sugars like this. I try and mention this every time I do caramel, so sorry if I'm repeating myself to other people, but you don't want this on your skin because it doesn't wash off easily and it stays hot. Like, your skin is not going to cool that down if it gets on it. Now I'm cutting the heat on it. And we're adding our cheese. What a wonderful smell I've discovered. It smells like the bad parts of American cheese when it melts. It's hot in here, chap. Okay, it's oven's at 350. our rolls have done some poofing. They're going to do more in the oven. We're going to toss these in. Am I echoing for some reason, chat? Or am I just hearing things weird? I think I'm just hearing things weird. That's going in there. Yeah, it's weird. I'm getting an echo over there. How about it, chat? Would you go for cheese caramel? It's almost got like a red hue to it. The caramel. I should take this whole thing out of that container. Prevent reseeding that sugar as much as possible. It'll also help cool it down because, well, I don't think the thin metal pan is gonna retain much, but might retain some. Why am I hearing a repeat of myself? You're muted. You're muted. Weird. And it's over here? It's strange. I don't know why that would be happening. I hate diagnosing streaming problems, chat. Like, there's no reason my voice should be delayed on that half of the kitchen. You can start falling apart now, Beef. I've been streaming 2.5 hours, Beef. You can start falling apart. You got another 22 minutes on our rolls, though. Get rolling. Rolling what? The heck is that? Wow. Let's see what's going on in the world tonight, chat. Anything exciting happening tonight, chat? Anyone been reading the news today? I haven't seen anything. I haven't been watching. More of the same. Tomatoes, yeah. Tomatoes. Tornadoes all over the place. The world's falling apart. Not much else. That's some thick caramel, huh? Keeping all those bubbles in play. Sounds like Nvidia had a good day in the farmer's market, in the stock market. McDonald's apparently coming out with a Grammy flavored. What was it? It's some sort of ice cream thing. Is it a McFlurry? What is in the Grandma McFlurry? I think they're surprising no one by making a butterscotch candy McFlurry and calling it the Grandma flavor. I wonder if they think it's better marketing to call it that versus butterscotch. Like, alcohol is in such a, like, the younger generations all hate alcohol apparently, and it's just not been high on the marketing lately. I wonder if they're purposely trying to remove that name from it. Hey, Lunar. Welcome back. We've got Cheez Whiz Caramel. There's Cheez Whiz in there. I think we're still under debate whether we're calling this cheese or not. It's a cheese sauce. Let's see, this is our ingredient list here, chat. Whey, milk, canola oil, maltodextrin, milk protein concentrate, sodium phosphate, less than 2% of whey protein concentrate, modified food starch, salt, lactic acid, mustard, flour, sodium alginate, Worcestershire sauce, vinegar, molasses, corn syrup, water, salt, caramel, color, garlic powder, sugar, spices. Contains celery, tamarind, natural flavor. Oh, they're going through Worcestershire ingredients there. Preservative, milk fat, cheese culture, annatto, paprika, Olorosan paprika. I'm not sure what that type of paprika in particular is. Enzymes, natural flavor. Is that cheese, chat? This echo is driving me nuts. Hey, Madness. Welcome into those just joining in. We're working with Cheez Whiz as our ingredient challenge tonight. We've got Cheez Whiz Caramel that's going to go on top of some vanilla ice cream for dessert tonight. And then over here on the stove, we've got ourselves a beef stew going. I need to thicken this still. I talk here. Why is that so delayed? Is it still delayed? No, it's not. If I talk here, maybe that helps? I think that helped. That might have been it. Nice. Much better. So we got a beef stew going back there. I still got to thicken that liquid a little bit, and I haven't added the Cheez Whiz to the stew yet. That's the last thing we're adding the Cheez Whiz to. Another thing in the oven is I've made essentially cinnamon rolls, but instead of putting cinnamon and butter in them, I've put Cheez Whiz in them. So we've got Cheez Whiz pinwheel rolls in the oven baking. Oh, I added a little Vegemite to the rolls too. Just a touch. But other than the rare occasion that I forget to fill it out like last night, you can generally figure out what's going on here by typing !dinner or !menu. Still kicking myself for forgetting to do the dinner command last night. I feel like a lot of people that don't like Vegemite, I'm not going to say that there's no one that doesn't like Vegemite, but I think a lot of people that say they don't like Vegemite probably just don't like Vegemite served the way it's been served to them. Like, it's an amazing flavor to add to, instead of, if you've ran out of bouillon, throw a little Vegemite in there instead. It's very close to some of those imitation mushroom / brown gravies. Like, it straight up reminds me of old school cheap diner gravy. And so I think a lot of people suggest you throw it on some buttered toast. Yeah, it's great on buttered toast. Goes well with that. But I think people are, like, you think toast and butter, and you're like in jam, sweetland, and I don't think people are planning on chopping down on something and getting essentially a concentrated flavor that's that complex. I'm certain that many more people would like Vegemite diluted or in the background of other things, or once they get older and they like bitter foods better. Because we all like bitter foods better the older we get, chat. Thank you for the follow. And I'm still echoing. That might be a mystery for a while I'm getting a little reverb or repeat. Something's mismatched with my wiring in that microphone and over here, I think. And considering my wiring is mostly software. I think I'm going to take a 5-minute breather here, do a little quick AFK, and we'll be back to check on those buns in a little over 5 minutes. See you in a minute, chat. Couple minutes.
Yes, sir. If you want real entertainment, the best place to find it is in front of a General Electric Black Daylight big-as-life television set. Sports, comedy, drama, news, music. Yes, they're all yours, merely at the turn of a dial. This model has a big 16-inch black rectangular tube that lets you see everything that the camera sees, true to life and as big as life. Sparkling contrast and sharp focus give you pictures of such clarity that you feel you're right there on the scene. The cabinet, designed and constructed by America's leading cabinet makers, fits gracefully into any type of room. Genuine mahogany veneers, hand-rubbed for lasting beauty and durability, are just one example of the painstaking attention to every detail, which makes this cabinet one that you'll be proud to have in your home. The precision engineering and careful assembly techniques used in making this General Electric Black Daylight television set are your assurance of television at its finest. See it in operation at your General Electric dealers tomorrow. And when you see it, well, you'll know that you're seeing the best.
Hey, new Kellogg's OKs. Note the improvement? They put a bear on the box, which improved it so much, they decided to improve the cereal, too.
Oh, come on, Yogi. Let's be serious about Kellogg's new OKs, okay?
Like the Space Bears say, hey, okay.
Well, first, how nutritious are Kellogg's new OKs? Well, they're made from oats. And of all grains, oats are the richest in proteins and rich in other bodybuilding essentials, too. In fact, some people consider it their duty to eat oats. Yogi. But now, with a really delicious oat cereal like Kellogg's OKs around, people can have their oats and enjoy them, too. Especially Kellogg's new OKs. For Kellogg's new OKs are crispier... cripsier and toastier, and therefore tastier than ever. So for the best in oats, get Kellogg's new OKs.
The one with the bear on the box. Suitable for Freeman.
When you have a Labatt's, you have an adventure. Canadian Light. That's Labatt's. It's a great new taste in beer. Enjoy import quality at USA prices. Have an adventure. Have a Labatt's.
Daddy! Gee, Mom was counting on that Jell-O cake for Johnny's Scout meeting tomorrow. Okay, Daddy. It's so easy to make a cake with Betty Crocker cake mix. I'll make her another one. White cake, devil's food, yellow cake.
It's a good thing her mom's modern. I'm Betty Crocker. With my yellow cake mix, all you do is add water and a couple of fresh eggs. The other ingredients are in the package. Same fine things you'd use right in your own home. You'll get a perfect cake just like this, or write General Mills, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they'll send your money back. A high cake, a light cake, a better tasting cake.
And don't think it isn't. That's why Betty Crocker herself says,
I guarantee a perfect cake every time you bake, cake after cake after cake.
Satisfying cups of pleasure. A coffee break makes the moment right. Fresh aroma, friendly flavor. Make it coffee, make it often, make it right.
To brighten any moment.
Make it coffee.
To enjoy that fresh aroma.
Make it often.
Make it up fresh each time in a clean container. And for full flavor,
make it right.
And here's how. For each cup of fresh drawn water, use one approved measure of your favorite coffee. That's all, one approved measure per cup.
Satisfying cups of pleasure. A coffee break makes the moment bright. Fresh aroma, friendly flavor. Make it coffee. Make it often. Make it right.
Univac, the giant electronic brain made only by Remington Rand, takes business statistics from magnetic tape, letters, numbers, and punctuation marks, processing them through its electronic circuits at phenomenal speeds. Univac can compute payrolls electronically, then produce printed checks in a flash. Over 8,000 checks an hour with this high-speed printer. Univac leads the field of electronic computing.
All right, we'll be back. Let's see what our rolls are looking like here. They're needing a little more time. Welcome back, Buns. We've still got caramel here. And I think I'm going to turn the heat up a bit on the stew so we can get thickening with that. I think I'm going to do cornstarch tonight versus flour. Get a nice big full bucket of cornstarch now. Big old bucket of cornstarch. Welcome, Terminator. Wow. So, cornstarch. It's maybe 2 teaspoons there. Teaspoons, not tablespoons. Cold water. Actually, it's probably even better if I went straight from the fridge. Bit more water in there, just a little bit. Oops, that was too much. Nice. Alright, so we got boiling liquid here. We're adding our cold cornstarch slurry to that. that come back to a boil. But I could already see that was starting to thicken up. Oops. Sorry, chat. Not showing you adding the slurry in here. So we've thickened this up. And now it's a bit... You can tell it's a little bit thicker, but until we get back to a full boil here, we won't know how thick we made it. And it'll get thicker as it cools, too, so... I'm thinking I can go longer with that. I think I'm going to throw that back in for a little bit more. So now we got that stew in the ballpark, you know, we got some mildly thick bubbles going there. I'm purposely waiting till the end with the Cheez Whiz with the stew. Because cheese, just in general, real cheese, doesn't like being cooked. In most cases, you're putting the cheese in as a finishing thing, if you're melting it on purpose at all. And in this case, there's all sorts of other ingredients in this. And I'm worried what those flavors would be if I gave them a long time stewing with everything else. Chat never gets that one. It confuses me. You would think chat would think of that word. But then again, is she permabanned now? Or has she just gotten like her 11th or 12th ban or something like that? Making Twitch too much money, apparently. I tossed the bay leaf, figuring it's done its flavoring. Knock the temperature back down on this again to just simmering. Now that we've thickened our sauce up a bit. Nope, not there yet with the beef. This has turned out to a stream where we're waiting for the beef and we're waiting for the rolls. That wasn't my plan for tonight. That was last stream. We were supposed to be waiting on the oven. I think maybe we should try finishing this thing off tonight. Yeah, we were already to the point, or I was already to the point with this where I think that's it, chat. I think that does our first barrel cocktail in. I already have syrup in this mixture, so we'll go light on the syrup. And a few orange bitters. Cheers, chap. I don't want to go much further than this because I don't want to burn all of the cheese in there. We're starting to get some nice light color on the outside of this. We're getting there with the beef. It's starting to break down a bit. Sort of want to add a little bit more over the top. We'll try and take a photo without first, because I have a feeling it's not going to be prettier. It's sort of one of those risky things with taking photos like that, like just even normal cinnamon rolls. Now, chat, everyone's going to be like, more frosting better. Well, in most cases, it's going to be like, more frosting better. Not necessarily for the photo, though. Not necessarily for the visual appeal. It's sort of like the Cinnabon. They give you the roll and then they give you the cup of frosting on top of it. You know? Because it looks better. But, yeah. I don't really have enough to be doing this, though. But because I need cheese for the stew, too. Well, it's cheesy bread. I probably should have added some garlic into that party. In fact, I'm going to right now. I am going to add a bit of garlic powder over the top. Pinch of salt. This one sort of throws me off every time because even though I've done it several times and I've done it savory several times, this is based off of a cinnamon roll recipe. And so there's no sugar in the dough when there's normally sugar in the dough, and just making it savory, not sweet, is sort of half the battle in my mind when I'm making this, much less going that extra step of making the dough savory. I did add the Vegemite, but yeah. Did I get a photo of this with the cheese on top? Let's make sure. Oh, we can turn that off now. Don't need to be creating that heat anymore. Hey chat, we're getting rid of my old college cookbook. Since we're getting rid of the barrel, we're going to have a lot more open space here now. Not that you can really see it where the cameras are these days. The caramel is going to be for over ice cream tonight. This is Cheez Whiz caramel. There is Cheez Whiz, and actually a pretty substantial amount of Cheez Whiz in that caramel. I'm only using one jar tonight. So this by far got the most cheese. This is getting the second amount. And the stew is getting that. I did originally intend to grab 2 bottles, but like I was saying, not only was it hard to find that at all, there was only one jar of it at the store that I did find with it. You have to consider this was rolled flat all over the counter over here and coated in a layer of cheese and then rolled like this. So that's what all the browning, all the dark there, that's all cooked Cheez Whiz. That beef stew's going to be even better tomorrow, but it's starting to look pretty good right now. I didn't buy it because of this. I already had it in the kitchen. But the plan was, if there was any left over, we do a weekly vote in the Discord. There's currently one already going in the Discord. Next week's is already, Buns has already got next week's up here in the Wednesday dinner vote. Sorry, we'll get the previous streams in the way there for the moment. But the Wednesday dinner vote channel, it's got a little like graph emoji in the name, is where you get to vote for next week's. And right now we're choosing between beets and sausage. So you see up here, Wednesday dinner vote. You just look for that channel along the side panel here. And if you want to add your own suggestions, that's the ingredient suggestions. It's the next channel down. And you can see what's people have already submitted and guidelines for nope, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Yeah, that's what it should be. Okay. Back over to the stove. Zoom right. Really, chat? I thought everyone goes for the sour cream. Not the cheddar and sour cream, but the sour cream and onion. Yeah, that's the one I always go for with Ruffles. Bottom's looking like the tops. So where the cheese and that leaked out below, we got some browning and maybe slight burning. But the bitter will be good, especially since it's savory. And then, I think those are going to be good. Might need a little extra Vegemite or some butter, but those are going to be tasty. I would say more Cheez Whiz, but I don't have more Cheez Whiz to use on them. I think I'm going to go there, chat. I think we're going to add the Cheez Whiz. I think we're getting to that time. Heat off. So there we have our beef, veggie, and Cheez Whiz stew. It's stringy. So we got ice cream with Cheez Whiz caramel. So let's give this a shot. Oh, the camera wants to completely harden and separate. Oh, chewy. That's how you're supposed to eat ice cream, right, chat? With your fingers like that? What a great example I am. Well, ice cream's amazing. There's absolutely nothing offensive about the caramel. Let's try some of the caramel just by itself. See what that's like. It works fine. There's a bit of a savoriness to it. Usually when you add something with like garlic powder or Worcestershire, something along that line, it doesn't work this way. It's not offending here. Throw that in the freezer. So, let's see what we got here for rolls. Well, let's take a photo with the stew. Can't get rid of that clear there. I'll go with it. Anyways, let's see what we got for rolls. Yes, stay safe, everyone. If you're in tornado land, please take cover if you need to. Don't ignore tornado warnings. Gooey, cheesy deliciousness looking there. It's cast iron. These are delicious. They're gonna go awesome with the stew. They would need something savory to go with. They're not solo dolo. Either more Vegemite, something umami. Otherwise, they're cheesy and delicious. But sort of like the Cheez Whiz. I mean, it is Cheez Whiz. There's not like it's not a sharp cheddar flavor. It's not like in your face cheese. Maybe a bit on the salty side for my beef tonight. That is delicious, though. The beef is just barely tender. It really could probably use another 30 minutes to an hour on the stove, but I'm going to enjoy it just like this, but it's going to be much better tomorrow. I can actually tell the cheese is in there. There's a dairy-like flavor to it now. It's giving it that richness. Favorite cheese? Good question. It's definitely depends on what I'm using it for. Like, mozzarella is amazing, but flavor-wise, it's pretty boring. I mean, I don't want anything else other than mozzarella on my pizza. At the same time, you know? It's like I was talking before about blue cheeses. I think blue cheese, standard blue cheese, I think Maytag blue cheese. But we had Roquefort as one of the scrambles earlier. That's a beautiful blue cheese. One of the better known ones. And then you got other things like Mimolette, which disgusts people with cheese mites, but is actually a beautiful cheese. I mean, you just cut the crust away anyway, so it's not like... And it's like Parmesan and cheddar had a child. Mimolette is quite amazing. It doesn't melt well, but if you're looking for a dry cheese that's almost cheddary, good stuff. Great for salads. Let's see who's out there tonight. I think I'm going to leave it there, chat. Thank you all for joining in with me tonight. I enjoyed this challenge. This was a fun one. The dessert part especially. Like, I think this turned out actually pretty decent. And more decent than other things that I've said have turned out decent. Gonna be back here on Friday like normal. Gonna pick up some fresh fish. We're gonna do a pan-seared fish. Gonna try and find mild white fish, but we'll see what's fresh and what's looking good when I get to the markets. I've got pearl couscous, we got veggies, we got the beginning of spring, summer veggies coming in. So hopefully we got some nice, good looking veggies here on Friday. I hope you all have an amazing week. Thank you for joining me. Good night.